Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Volunteer Field for first game in the losers bracket. And something's got to give here. I'm going to go on a limb and say the Braves are going to win this game, just like I did the other night when they said the Red Sox were going to win, because both of these teams are Braves. The Pine Hill Braves and the Lynn Shore Braves. And when I say something's got to give, it's got to give because both of these teams were shut out in their opening game. Pine Hill lost to West Lynn. Lynn Shore lost to East Lynn. Those two teams will be playing in the finals of the winners bracket. So somebody's got to get on the board. They were shut out, both teams. Coach Hartford for Lynn Shore. Coach Driscoll for Pine Hill. And it will be Jackson Barrett, the shortstop, leading off for Pine Hill. And that hits the backstop on the fly. Jackson Barrett, the shortstop. Riley Driscoll, the pitcher, will bat second. Elijah Moran, the first baseman, will hit third. Batting cleanup is Mason Palladino, the second baseman. Brian Poisson, center fielder, hits fifth. Catching and batting sixth, Jansel Pimentel. The right fielder, Shea Paul, will hit number 7. Batting eighth and playing left field, Jordan McLeod. And the third baseman, Alphonse Williamson, will hit number 9. And the first 3 pitches have not been close. And on 4 pitches, Barrett draws a walk. Riley Driscoll, the pitcher. That actually hit the bat. He tucked under it, tried to get out of the way. And that would have been 5 in a row out of the strike zone. But the pitcher, Reyes, got a break. It hit the bat. So it's strike 1. Hit the shot right through the wickets. The runner will go to third. Driscoll winds up at second. The runner's going to keep right on going. And sliding into third is Driscoll. He goes all the way to third on the error. Barrett hustling all the way around, scores on the play. They were late getting to the ball and late getting the ball in. So 2 hitters, a walk and an error. Pine Hill has a 1-0 lead. They finally get on the board. In for a strike. Elijah Moore, the first baseman, is the hitter. Swing and a miss. I thought he called the first pitch a strike. The board says 1-1. They're a lot closer than I am, so I'll go with them. Ducks under that pitch. And as I said that, they changed it to 2 strikes. So that pitch missed, so now it's 1-2. That one goes to the backstop, and that's going to bring a run home. So the first 2 hitters have scored for Pine Hill. High and tight for a ball. And the count goes full, 3-2. The winner of this moves on. The loser is eliminated. The winner will go to the finals of the losers bracket. We'll play either Eastland or Westland. Swing and a miss. So the first out is a swinging strikeout. Mason Palladino, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Way wide for a ball. Way inside, almost hit him. Down away for a ball. In for a strike, taking all the way, as you would expect with the count 3-0. Now it goes 3-1. In for strike two. Reyes trying to come all the way back. And that goes way wide for ball four. Second walk in the inning. First walk came around to score. Brian Boyson. Brian is the center fielder. Almost looks like he's trying to aim the ball, Reyes, instead of throwing the ball. Runner takes off, in with a stolen base. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Way out in front of that pitch. Just almost like a slow pitch. It just floated in. And Boyson was way out in front. And the count evens at 2. Up and away, and we got another full count. That was ball 4. That was way up and in. Up around his helmet. And he swung and fouled it off the backstop. I've been saying quite a bit, they love that high pitch. And that's too high. So that's another walk. So a walk, an error, a big error. A wild pitch brought in 2, a strikeout, and then back-to-back walks. So 1 out, 2 on for Jansel Pimentel, the catcher. Nice stop by the catcher Coleman. That pitch was ticketed for the backstop. Way up and in for ball 2. Tucks away from that one for ball 3. In for a strike. Again, taking all the way with the count 3-0. Hit. They didn't get to play at second base. They had to play at second base. Now he's trying to go to third and he's out. So again, another one of those calls. They call a double play. I still have to figure out what they're doing. Pimentel got a base hit. They didn't get the force at second base, but the runner did not slide into second base, so they call a double play. I'll never understand that play. I understand calling the runner out, not sliding into second base, but I don't know how you can call the runner at first base. They didn't attempt to make a play. They wound up throwing the runner out at third base. It turned out to be a double play because they called the runner out at second. I have no idea what they did. They called the runner out at second. Then he tried to go to third. They tagged him. They called him out again at third. And they called the runner out at first for the runner not sliding into second. So it was almost a triple play, except one guy's out twice. They called him out for not sliding in second. Then they called him out again when they threw him out at third. And they called the young man that got the infield hit out at first base because the runner didn't slide into second. They're setting baseball back like 30 years with their rules. I don't know who made up that rule. I understand you want the runner to slide so there's no collision at second, nobody banging into each other. I can buy that. But I don't buy that if he was trying to make a play at first and they went in standing up and interfered, I could understand. But they didn't make a play. They wound up throwing the ball to third, but they called the runner at first out. So, Pine Hill gets 2 runs. The hit had nothing to do with the runs. It was the 2 errors that got the runs in. 3 walks and a strikeout. This is Micah Torres, the second baseman, leading off. Jaden Payne, the shortstop, will bat second. Shawnee Coleman, the catcher, bats third. In the cleanup spot is the first baseman, Jasmine Chun. Frankie Reyes, the pitcher, hits number 5. Batting sixth and playing third base, Julian Rodriguez. A.J. LaVasquez, the left fielder, hits number 7. Batting eighth and playing right field, Dillian Florian. And on 3 pitches, Torres swings and misses for the first out. So after Florian in right field batting eighth, it's Josiah Madden, the center fielder, batting number 9. High and tight for a ball. Jaden Payne, the shortstop, is the hitter. Riley Driscoll on the mound for Pine Hill. Swing and a miss. Down and away for a ball. Hit in the air, long run. First baseman can't get there. It's out of play. Count evens at 2. I mentioned Coach Driscoll. Riley Driscoll is his son. His grandfather is Joe Driscoll, who did a great job handling for a lot of years the financials for the city of Lynn out of City Hall. The 2-2 pitch is up and coming. Hit back to the mound. Driscoll took a lot of time. He finally lobs it to the first baseman, Moore, and he made that play interesting. Shawnee Coleman, the catcher, will be the hitter. Hit foul, and off that one. It might have gone off the umpire. Low and away for a ball. Low again for a ball. And bounce to the backstop. Count goes 3-1. I've been saying it each game, and I'll say it again. Congratulations to everyone involved in these 5 Little League programs. What a great job they do. Hit foul off the backstop. They take care of the kids. They take care of the fields. They get everybody the equipment, the uniforms. The mothers and anybody else take care of the concession stands. They do whatever canning or whatever they do to try and raise funds for the league. They do an awful lot of work for the kids in the city in these 5 leagues, as does Babe Ruth and the young football programs. And they do it for 0. They don't make a nickel. Swing and a miss. Driscoll comes back and gets him. So he strikes out 2 and gets an assist. He's involved in all 3 outs. So we played in an inning here at Volunteer Field. Pine Hill Braves 2, Lynn Braves nothing. 7, 8, and 9 for Pine Hill as we start the top of the second inning. Shea Paul, the right fielder, is the hitter. Frankie Reyes will start his second inning. And as he did in the first inning, the first pitch goes on the fly and hits the backstop. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1. High for a ball. Chops it foul towards the Pine Hill dugout. Count evens at 2. Actually going on all over here. We got a softball game behind us. We got motorbikes going by. Cars with their loud stereos with the music blaring, driving right by the field. Way up for ball 3. Hit slowly to third. He beat it for a base hit. Once it got by the pitcher, it was going to be a tough play for either the shortstop or the third baseman. Rodriguez tried to make the play. Jordan McLeod, the left fielder, is the hitter. High and tight for a ball. So Pine Hill has the leadoff hitter on for the second inning. 2 for 2. Chased that high pitch and swung right through it. Again, they love that high pitch. In for strike 2. One, two, the count to the Pine Hill left fielder. That one bounces off the catcher's glove. Nice stop by Coleman, keeping it in front of him, keeping the runner at first base. The 2-2 pitch up and coming. High for ball 3. He hits him with that pitch. No, I guess it hit the bat. No, he did hit him. I was wondering why he wasn't going to first base. So as they did in the first inning, first two reach, first two scored. Alphonse Williamson, the third baseman, is the hitter, and we're going to get a change on the mound. The left fielder, A.J. Vasquez is going to come into pitch. The first baseman, Chun, is going to go to left field. And the pitcher, Reyes, is going to go to first base for Pine Hill. So Reyes only goes an inning because there's no outs here in the second inning. Gave up 2 base hits. Walked 3, hit a batter. Gave up 2 runs that were unearned because of the error. But the wild pitch scored the second run. And he's responsible for the runs at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. We mentioned something had to give because both these teams were shut out. Pine Hill got shut out opening night. Lynn Shore got shut out yesterday, which was Sunday, the first game of the doubleheader. So Alphonse Williamson will step in. He's the third baseman. Waves at that pitch for strike 1. So we got Vasquez pitching from the full windup. We haven't seen that, whether it's Little League, Babe Ruth, high school. There haven't been many people that do that. They usually pitch from the stretch. Nice stop again by the catcher, Coleman. Again, ticketed for the backstop. Shea Paul led off with the infield single. He's at second base after McLeod got hit by a pitch. Up and away for a ball. 2 on the count. Top of the order, Jackson Barrett on deck. Hit foul off the screen. Count evens at 2. Call third strike. So Vasquez comes in and gets a strikeout. Jackson Barrett walked leading off the ball game and scored the first run. Hits it foul out of play. Almost hit a car that was just going by the church. It's behind the field. That pitch was way up and in. He was backing towards his own dugout, swinging and missing at that pitch. Vasquez got a lot of help there. Hits it. They get the out at second. And even though he's out by a mile and a half, they slide into second to make sure they don't get a double play. So he hit it, but he hit it right at the shortstop, Jaden Pena. Hit foul out of play. Riley Driscoll. His ground ball went through the wickets, wound up in center field. Barrett hustled all the way around and scored. Driscoll hustled all the way to third on the play when they didn't get the ball in quickly from left field. And then he scored on a wild pitch. He fouls off the second pitch. Now they're saying it hit him. I thought he fouled it off. That ball, after it hit him, it went all the way to the backstop. I thought it was a foul ball. Driscoll gets hit by a pitch. Second hit batsman in the inning. And the bases are loaded for Elijah Moran, who struck out his first time. It goes to the backstop, but nobody's going anywhere. It bounced right back to Coleman. So that certainly was a hit batsman. I thought it was a foul ball. It went to the backstop. High over the head of Moran. I said we have a softball and we got a double header. Using both timers behind us. On the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 to count. Low for ball 3. So Vasquez has to move the pitch, or Pine Hill's going to have another run. And that's ball 4. So Moran will get an easy RBI. Shea Paul trots home with the third run. Mason Palladino drew a walk. He's facing Velasquez for the first time. In for a strike. Hit foul to the backstop. Count goes 0-2. And more of the noise you might hear on your screen at home, the planes flying in, going to Logan. Hit in the air to center field, right at the center field. He didn't have to move. Josiah Madden, perfectly stationed. Palladino hit it well, but got unlucky as he hit it straight at the center fielder. Pine Hill will get another run. The leadoff infield single by Shea. He scoots around on a couple hit batsmen and fielder's choice and a walk with the bases loaded. Shea scored the third run. There were 2 hit batsmen in the inning. We'll move into the bottom of the second inning. And Riley Driscoll on the mound for Pine Hill has another run to work with. 4, 5, and 6 for Lynn Shore. Jasmine Chun was the first baseman. He's now the left fielder when they made the pitching change.
Leading off second, number 13, Jasmine Chun.
Driscoll pitching from the stretch. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. Down and away, that one goes to the backstop. 2 balls and 1 strike. Up and away for a ball, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch up and coming. In for strike 2. He took a step like that was inside. I'm going to first base. The umpire said, nope, that's strike 2. So the count goes full, 3-2. Hit, nice backhanded play. Good job. If that gets by the pitcher, that's a big hit. Driscoll fell off the mound to his left, went back and backhanded it. His momentum going towards third base. He stopped, made a good strong throw. That's his second assist. That's a nice defensive play. Wide for a ball. Frankie Reyes was the pitcher. He's now the first baseman. In for a strike, off to catch his glove. 1-1 the count. Down and away. 2-1 the count. Hit foul. Right at the Lynn Shore dugout. Evens the count at 2. We're in the bottom of the second inning. First of the losers bracket games. Hit foul again to the backstop. Count stays 2-2. This being Monday, tomorrow being Tuesday. Tomorrow will be Eastland Westland in the winners bracket final. Waved at that pitch. He tried to hold up, couldn't. Third strikeout for Driscoll. Julian Rodriguez, the third baseman, is the hitter. And he gets hit on a helmet. They'll check him out to make sure he's okay. He says he is. He's going to first base, but they'll make sure. Driscoll goes over to check on him as well. Good job by Driscoll to shake hands and apologize for hitting him.
Now batting, number
That's a hard way to become the first base runner for Lynn Shore. Driscoll had retired 5 in a row. In for a strike. A.J. Velasquez is the pitcher. Wide for a ball. Up and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. Pitcher against pitcher here. In for a strike. And we got our first deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inning number 2. He just stepped out of the way of that one. I thought it hit him, but he got out of the way. Rodriguez will move over to second on the wild pitch. And the count goes 3-2. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. So as he did in the first inning, Riley Driscoll gets 2 strikeouts and an assist. So all 6 outs have been Riley Driscoll. 4 strikeouts and 2 ground balls back to the pitcher. We've completed 2 in this losers bracket game in the 2021 Lynn City Series. Pine Hill leading Lynn Shore 3-0. Three nothing. Pine Hill over Lynn Shore as we start the 3rd inning. Brian Boisson, the center fielder, will be the hitter. And Velasquez will start an inning for the first time. He came in relief. They called the hitter out. He stepped out of the batter's box. That pitch was way up over his head, inside, and he ran up to try and bunt it. He got it out in front. He would have had a base hit, but he ran out, got out of the batter's box, and ran up too far. So that's the first out of the 3rd inning. Over the head of Jan Sal Pimentel, who got an infield hit his first at bat. And he was called out on the second part of the doubleheader when the runner didn't slide into second base. Hit the shot, and it goes right over the head of the first baseman. Safe at second base. That was on for the second time. I gave the error to the throw, but the first baseman should have caught that. I'm in the middle of a game. I'll call you back. So the throw, it was high, but it should have been caught at first base. So instead, Pimentel is at second base on the error. Third error by Lynn Shore. Nice job by the catcher. Coleman, the catcher, picks up that ball out in front, throws Paul out. It wasn't a bunt. It was just almost like a swinging bunt.
Now batting number 2, Jordan McLeod.
Jordan McLeod got hit by a pitch, and he was the one that was called out. Hit right by the shortstop. So McLeod gets a base hit and an RBI. Pena had one chance to get that. That was a hard shot right at his ankles, more or less.
Now batting number 7.
Pimentel scores on the hit. So Pine Hill has scored in every inning. Ball hit foul out of play down the left side. Hit foul again to the left side. The 0-2 pitch up and coming. And that one goes to the backstop. McLeod hustles into second base. They put the run up on the wrong side. The scoreboard now says 3-1 instead of 4-0. And we got Deuces Wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Way up and away for a ball. That one bounced and it goes to the backstop. So the walk extends the inning. First and second with 2 outs. Jackson Barrett walked and scored, reached to the fielder's choice. And it goes to the backstop. So it's second and third now. Now a ground ball to the infield. The only play they'll have is at first base. First and second, they could go anywhere. High and away for a ball. All hard for the coach out to talk to his pitcher and catcher. They stay with Velasquez. Hit foul out of play. Down and away. Runners doesn't go from third. Coleman got to it quickly. 3-1 the count. In for a strike. 3-2. The payoff pitch up and coming. Call third strike. They're going to have to throw him out at first, and they do. So that ends the top of the third, but Pine Hill gets another run. They do it without a base hit. The error started the inning. Actually, they did get a base hit that knocked in a run, but it was the error that reached. Another walk. They've walked 5 and hit 2 in 3 innings. Three errors, the 2 errors that started the ball game got them the first 2 runs, Pine Hill. The error that got the base runner in this inning got them the run. Scoreboard still says 3-1, but it's 4-0. And we'll move into the bottom half of the third. It'll be 8-9-1 for Lynn Shore to face Riley Driscoll, who will be starting his 3rd inning of work. He's duplicated both the 1st and 2nd inning. 2 strikeouts and a hit back to the mound. So he's got 2 strikeouts and an assist, getting involved in all 6 outs in the first 2 innings. Dylan Florian is the hitter. In for a strike. Down and in for a ball, 1-1. Low for a ball. Down and away. Scoreboard's got to catch up. They've got the 4th inning. It's only the bottom of the 3rd. And they get the score 3-1. It's 4-0. And that's ball 4. So Lynn Shore has the leadoff batter on. Josiah Madden, the center fielder, is the hitter. In for a strike. In for strike 2. Never fails to walk the batter on 4 or 5 pitches. The next hit comes up. Bang, bang, 2 strikes. Your hitter always says, why me? Why is he throwing strikes to me? That one goes to the backstop. So for the 2nd inning in a row, they have a runner in scoring position. The last inning, it was with 2 outs. This time it's with no outs. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Driscoll. Micah Torres, the second baseman, struck out his 1 trip in first strike. Swing and a miss. Down and in for a ball. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, he knew it too. Two away. Jaden Pena bounced one down the first base line, and Driscoll very nonchalantly underhanded the throw for the out at first base. Made it a close play. On the corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. So Driscoll doesn't get an assist in the inning like he did in the first 2. But does a little bit better. He strikes out the side. 7 strikeouts in 3 innings for Riley Driscoll. And we finished 3 here at Volunteer Field. Pine Hill, 4. Lynn Shore, nothing. So they got the scoreboard right. They just changed it from 3-1 to 4-0. We'll start the top of the 4th. Riley Driscoll reached on an error, scored a run, got hit by a pitch, so he's been on base twice. Pops it up. Just enough room for the first baseman, Reyes, to make the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Elijah Morin struck out. Last time up he walked, he got an RBI because the walk came with the bases loaded. High over his head for a ball. Way wide for a ball. Two over the count. Way wide. That was closer to the Pine Hill dugout than it was the home plate or the Lynn Shore dugout. 3-0. Well, when they've missed with pitches, they have missed with pitches. He's got the green light on 3-0, and he swings right through it. And he ducks under that pitch for ball 4. He walks for the second time. 6 walks given up by Lynn Shore. Mason Palladino has one of those walks. He walked his first time up. He hit probably the hardest ball's been hit all night. He hit a line shot and he hit it right at the center fielder who didn't have to move. In for a strike. And Moran steals second base. In for a strike. The catcher, Coleman, was faking the throw to second base with the runner off the bag. And when he pumped, it bounced out of his hand. But he was lucky because it rolled toward third base, which is where the runner would have been going. So the runner stays at second base. Just fell right out of the hands of Coleman and bounced toward third base. So 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 strikes on Mason Palladino, the second baseman for Pine Hill. Chops it foul towards the Lynn Shore dugout. Elijah Moran on second base is a big boy for 12 years old. Strike 3 called. Third strikeout for LeVasquez. And I think this is Jacob Moran, the sub, is going to hit. The other half of the Moran family. Waves at the pitch. The runner takes off. Steals third. Nice backup by the shortstop Pena. If he's not there, that's going to be another run because the throw went by the third baseman. So Elijah Moran is at third. Jacob Moran is the hitter. Jacob can knock Elijah in. On the corner for a strike. Shortstop is almost backing up third base. He's about 4 steps away from third base. The entire shortstop hole is wide open. Now they move him back. High over the head. Jacob Moran has to duck out of the way of that one. And now as they throw the ball back to the pitcher, Elijah Moran steals home. So Elijah manufactures a run with a walk and 3 stolen bases. He was way off the bag. They threw it down once. They didn't throw it back again. He was way off the bag. When they threw the ball back to the pitcher, he broke home, slid in ahead of the throw, and Pine Hill keeps it intact. They've scored in every inning. He winds up kneeling down, swinging and missing. Back-to-back strikeouts. Gets Lynn Shore out of the inning, but not before Elijah Moran runs around the bases, stealing home and giving Pine Hill another run. So they do it without a hit. We'll move into the bottom of the fourth, and it's 5-0. Pine Hill over Lynn Shore. Riley Driscoll will start his 4th inning of work. He's only allowed 2 base runners. He hit Rodriguez with 2 outs in the second, and he walked Florian leading off the 3rd inning, but then struck out the next 3 hitters. Now he's not. I thought they were making a change. The coach came out. They're not. Jacob Moore has gone into center field.
Now batting for Lynn Shore, number 2, Shawnee Coleman.
Shawnee Coleman, the catcher, will be the hitter. He's done a nice job behind the plate. He's going to be a tired young man tomorrow, or maybe later tonight. Hit in the middle of center field for a base hit. That's the first hit for Lynn Shore. Solid shot right over the second base bag.
Now batting number 13, Jasmine Chow.
Jasmine Choon was the first baseman. He's now the left fielder. Lines it foul past first base. He bounced to the pitcher, leading off the second inning. In for strike, quickly 0-2. Call third strike. Eight strikeouts for Riley Driscoll. Frankie Reyes was the pitcher. He's now the first baseman. He struck out. Hits it foul. Coach bailing out at first base.
Now batting number 17, Frankie Reyes.
It hit the runner, I think. Base umpire didn't see it. The plate umpire did. It hit the runner going to second base. That's why it bounced away. It was right at the second baseman.
Now batting number 15, Julian.
They used to, way back when, they used to call that a base hit. And he said, well, what if the pitcher was pitching a no-hitter or a perfect game and the ball hit the runner on the way to second base? What a way to lose a perfect game and a no-hitter. So they took that out of the book. Julian Rodriguez got hit by a pitch. His first at bat. Popped up into center field for a base hit, right behind the shortstop. Rodriguez is on for the second time, second hit in the inning. So that hit, ball hitting the runner going to second base is huge because that could possibly be a run-in or at least the bases loaded. AJ LeVasquez going from left field to the mound struck out his one at bat. So 2 away. In first strike, quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Driscoll keeps it going. 2 strikeouts in each of the first 4 innings. So Lynn Shore gets their first 2 hits. One of them is out getting hit by the ball hit the second base. And inning ends up shutting them out, even though they got 2 hits and 3 base runners. 5-0. Pine Hill over Lynn Shore. We finished 4 here at Volunteer Park. 6, 7, and 8 for Pine Hill as we start the 5th inning. Up and away for a ball.
Now batting number 12,
Jansel Pimentel has singled and reached on an error and scored a run. Foul tip held on to by Coleman. Way wide for a ball. Family members of all the players hanging around outside the fence all the way around. From first base all the way around. High and tight for a ball. Velasquez doing some yard work around the mound. High for ball 4. Pimentel's on for the third time.
Now batting number 9, Shea Paul.
Pimentel hits the hat trick. He's got on base 3 times, a hit, an error, and a walk. Hit the trifecta. Shea Paul singled and scored, and he hit like a little swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Coleman, the catcher, made a very nice play and threw him out at first base. That one went straight to the backstop. Forgot to let go of that one. Hit foul over the Lynn Shore dugout. High and tight for a ball. I thought it was a ball. They put a strike up on the scoreboard. It was way up and in. So it winds up ball 4.
Now batting number 2, Jordan McLeod.
Back-to-back walks. Jordan McLeod got hit by a pitch, singled in a run. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI. And Pine Hill threatening again. 2 on, nobody out. In for a strike. Eight walks given up. Chased that pitch. It was way over his head. And I sound like a broken record, but they love those high pitches. That would have been a ball to Will Chamberlain. Hit foul back and out of play. Of course, I'm dating myself saying Will Chamberlain. Just, that was like at the last second. I think I will swing at that. Yeah, he just punched it towards the Lynn Shore dugout. Little inside out swing. Last second chop. Way wide. They're going to move up to second and third. So walks and wild pitches along with errors have really helped out. Pine Hill only has 3 hits. But they get 5 runs looking for more. Way inside for a ball. If I can trust the scoreboard, the count is 2-2. Off the catcher's glove, not far enough. I mentioned again, Coleman's getting a workout behind home plate. Velasquez, that would have been a balk in most places. On the inside corner for strike 3. He was ducking out of the way of that pitch, and they got called a strike. Velasquez started the pitch, fumbled the ball. That would have been a balk. It would have been everybody moving up, but it doesn't work in Little League. There's no balks. Way up and away. Coleman does a nice job to go get it. Coleman asked for time for something, talking to one of the coaches. Alphonse Williamson struck out and walked. He's the third baseman for Pine Hill. Punts it out in front of the plate. Another nice play. Safe at the plate. They got a very late start. The bunt was down. They didn't go. Coleman made a very nice play. He gets an RBI. And Pine Hill keeps their record intact. They've scored in every inning. Getting 2 in the first. It's now 6-0. Way to the backstop. So Pimentel got a very late start on that bunt. They threw the runner out of first, and then he broke. He was able to slide home safely. Hit in the air. In for a base hit. The ball gets thrown away. Jackson Barrett winds up with a double. And an RBI. Shea Paul scores his second run of the game. Second 2-run inning. Now we're going to have a change. Velasquez is going to go back to left field. Chum will get his third position. He's going to go to shortstop. And Jaden Pena will be the new pitcher. Riley Driscoll will be the first hitter that Jaden Pena faces. Driscoll reached on error and scored, got hit by a pitch and popped to the first baseman in foul territory. It's hit foul off the backstop. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. He chased the pitch. It was way up and away. He wound up about 3 steps down the first baseline. 1-2 the count. This is pitcher against pitcher. Hit in the right center field. What a catch. What a great play. Juan Perez, who just went into play right field, went over to right center field, slid on the grass, rolled over, came up with a great one-handed stab, taking extra bases and an RBI away from Driscoll. That's an ESPN highlight tape. That ends the top of the 5th, but Pine Hill gets 2 more. They do it with only 1 base hit. 2 more walks. So 2 nice plays, one on the bunt by Coleman, the catcher, throwing the runner out at first, and a great play with Juan Perez diving and making that catch right around the shoe tops, picking it. That's probably a triple. It might have been a home run because the right fielder and center fielder were coming together, and they slid, and they were both on the grass. Driscoll can run. He probably would have got all the way around the base pass. Eight, 9, and 1 for Lynn Shore. Dylan Florian walked his 1 trip. Down and away for a ball. I don't think I've ever seen this many pitches go to the backstop. Or for that matter, hit the backstop on the fly. Swing and a miss. In for a strike. I'm not even going to try to call balls and strikes from out here. That looked like it was down and away. Swing and a miss for strike 3. One away in the 5th. Tried a button, missed it. I think I said Dylan Florian. That last hitter was Juan Perez, who made that great catch in right field. Josiah Madden was a strikeout victim. Takes it high and tight. Swing and a miss. Call, 3rd strike. Driscoll's had at least 2 in every inning. He struck out the side in the 3rd. In for a strike. $11 strikeouts to go along with 2 assists. In for a strike. Missing inside. Strikes out the side again. "12 strikeouts and 2 assists. The only out that Driscoll was not involved in was the hard shot that hit the runner going from first to second base. Other than that, Driscoll's been involved in all the outs with strikeouts and 2 assists. We finished 5. Lynn Shore still looking for their first run in the tournament. Pine Hill leading Lynn Shore 7-0 at the end of 5. Elijah Moron, the first baseman. Solid shot, picked, but they threw it in the dirt. Second baseman made a great pick. That was a shot and a half. He picked it and he threw it in the dirt. Warren's on for the 3rd time. Fourth error by Lynn Shore. Warren had walked, forcing in a run. He walked and stole 3 bases, stealing home for a run. Now he steals second base. He's a big boy, I mentioned before, at 12 years old. Closing in on 6 feet, I would gather. Not quite, but close. Solid shot into right field. The run will score easily. Morin. That was Palladino getting the base hit in the RBI. Jacob Morin has been up once. He was the sub, came in the game. He struck out. Swing and a miss. And again, he winds up on his knees. He struck out on his knees. He's getting his money's worth. Off Coleman's glove. Palladino will move to second base. It's been a nice night here. It was warm during the day, but it's just enough of a breeze to make it comfortable. Up and away for a ball. Two on the count to the Pine Hill center fielder. Swung through the pitch. It was way up and in. And the count evens at 2. Hit foul off the backstop. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Pitching for ball 3. And again, the Lynn Shore pitchers look like they're just trying to aim it rather than throw it. And again, that pitch looked like Moran just looked and said, I can't believe that pitch looked like it was up and in, but it's called strike three. Went out with Jansen Pimento, who's perfect. Singled, reached on an error, walked, scored 2 runs. And he's done a nice job behind the plate. You know, in the fish, he fouled it off the fence that protects the Lynn Shore dugout. On the corner for a strike. Way up and in. Two the count to the Pine Hill catcher, Jansel Pimento. Way wide for a ball. The payoff pitch up and coming. Way high for ball 4. That puts him in double digits in walks. 10 walks given up. Shea Paul singled. Got thrown out on a nice play by the catcher. Walked and scored. He scored 2 runs. In for a strike. So it's second and third now. Hit, that's going to drop for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. Paul's got his second hit. And Pine Hill gets into double digits with 10 runs. They only have 9 on the board, but they just scored 2 runs. They've got 3 in the inning. Missing for a ball. Jordan McLeod got hit by a pitch, singled in a run, and was called on strikes. Swing and a miss. Still only 1 out with 3 runs in. That pitch was way up and in, and he chased it. He had to step back towards the Pine Hill dugout to hit that pitch. way up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss, and I missed an out someplace because they called somebody out for some reason. That's the third out of the inning. I have only 2 outs. So Lynn is down to their last 3 outs as they're being shut out. The board says 9-0. I don't know who they called the other out. There were 2 strikeouts. I thought out of the other 4, I thought 3 of the other hitters scored, but they have some strange rules in Little League. So the board says 9-0. We'll go with that. And Lynn will try to get at least on the board. They haven't scored yet in the tournament, and they haven't scored in this one yet either. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for them when we start the bottom of the 6th. Jaden Pena bounced to the pitcher and struck out. As we're here in the bottom of the 6th. Pine Hill 3 outs away from punching their ticket to the losers brackets final. Low for a ball, 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. Crystal's given up 2 base hits. Hit a batter, walked a batter. 4 base runners he's allowed. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 2. Wide for a ball. They called it a strike. I thought it was wide for a ball. They called the pitch a strike. So he winds up at first base. Popped up. Alphonse Williamson makes the play. That's only the second out that Driscoll has not been involved in. 13 strikeouts, 2 assists in 17 putouts. That's way inside, goes to the backstop. Only the 3rd time Lynn Shore's got a runner in scoring position. One of those was 2 outs, and now it'll be the first time they've got a runner at 3rd. Jasmine Chun has bounced to the pitcher and was called on the strikes. Chased that pitch, that was way up and in. And that swing and a miss evens the count at 2. Hit foul at home plate. Count stays 2-2. Down and away for a ball. The payoff pitch up and coming. Yeah, that's ball 4. First time in the game they've had 2 base runners. And Father Driscoll is coming out. That might be the pitch count for Riley. So we'll get a new pitcher. Jackson Barrett will be the new pitcher. Driscoll goes to shortstop. And that one goes to the backstop, and the run's going to score. They get on the board. That run will be charged to Driscoll. So that's their first run of the tournament. And that first run actually struck out. High and tight for a ball. Frankie Reyes, the first baseman, was the pitcher. Struck out, and he hit a shot that hit the runner going from first to second base. They probably would have, second baseman, he was hit right at the second baseman. He would have had to make an error for Reyes to reach, but the runner was out anyway, getting hit by the batted ball. Call third strike. 14 strikeouts, counting the one just put up by Barrett. Tony Rodriguez get hit by a pitch and get a base hit. He's perfect. In the dirt with the pitch. Troon steals third. Lynn Shore down to their last out. What a play by Driscoll. How about putting an exclamation point on the game? You just pitched an outstanding game. You had to go to shortstop because you reached your pitch count. Now they hit a shot that's going to be a base hit and an RBI. Driscoll goes deep in the hole at shortstop, backhands it, made a tremendous throw. Another ESPN highlight. You don't get any better than that. He went way to his right, had a backhanded going towards third base, straightened up and threw a laser beam to first base. What a tremendous play. He just came off the mound because of the pitch count, and now he ends the game on a high note. That's his third assist in a game. The other 2 came from the mound. 16 of the 18 outs he's involved in. 13 strikeouts and 3 assists. Lynn Shore finally got on the board. Pena actually struck out, but he reached first when the ball got by the catcher. 3 wild pitches scored him, and that was the only run they got. So he scored the run. Shawnee Coleman had a base hit. Troon walked and got as far as third base. Julian Rodriguez got hit by a pitch, got a base hit. Florian walked, and that was it. That was the total offense for Lynn Shore. Pine Hill got 2 in the first inning. Barrett walked. A ground ball went through the infield, off the infield, the glove for an error. Barrett came all the way around to score. Driscoll went all the way to third and scored on a wild pitch. That was all they needed. They added a run in the second. Shea Paul got a base hit, went to second on a hit batsman, third on a wild pitch, and then a series of walks. The last one to Elijah Morin forced in the run to make it 3-0. They got a run in the third. Pimentel reached on an error, went to third on a ground when the catcher Coleman made a great play out in front of the plate and threw the runner out at first, and then a big 2-out hit by McLeod knocked in the run to make it 4-0. They got a run in the fifth. Morin again reached, walked, stole 3 bases, including home, to give them the 5th run. They got 2 more in the 5th. Pimentel walked. Shea Paul walked. Wild pitches moved them up. A tap out in front of the plate. They threw the runner out at first base. Pimentel scored. And then Jackson Barrett got a double, knocking in the run. It was 7-0. They got 3 more in the 6th inning. Elijah Morin again reached for the 3rd time, stole second, scored on a base hit by Palladino. After a strikeout, Pimentel walked, stole second and third for Shea Paul. He got his second hit, knocked in 2 RBI, made it 10-0. And then Lynn Shore got their run in the bottom of the 6th. For Pine Hill, Barrett had a walk, a double, and RBI, scored a run. Riley Driscoll was on base twice, scored a run, and got robbed on a tremendous play by Juan Perez, who made a diving catch ankle high of a line drive in right center field. Elijah Morin walked twice, reached on an error, scored 2, knocked in a run with one of the walks with the bases loaded. Palladino had a walk, a single, knocked in a run, scored a run. Porson drew a walk. Jansel Pimentel was perfect. A hit, an error, 2 walks, scored 3 times. Shea Paul was on base 3 times. It took a great play by Shawnee Coleman, the catcher, to throw him out at first base, but he got a single, a walk, a single, scored 2, knocked in 2. Jordan McLeod got hit by a pitch, got a base hit, knocked in a run. Alphonse Williamson had a walk, got an RBI when his tapper out in front of the home plate brought a runner home from third as he got thrown out at first. So a team effort, everybody getting involved. Riley Driscoll, unbelievable on the mound. He gave up the 1 run, and the 1 run that scored was a strikeout that reached when the ball got away from the catcher. He gave up the 1 run, 2 base hits, walked 2, hit a batter, struck out 13, made 3 assists. The last one put an exclamation point on the game he played today. He went deep in the hole at shortstop, backhanded it, threw a laser beam to first base to knock down the runner Rodriguez for the 3rd out. An outstanding play by Riley Driscoll, putting a great explanation point on the great job he did on the mound. So it will be Pine Hill moving on. Lynn Shore will end their Little League season now. They'll have to get ready for next year's City Series. Pine Hill will be back on Friday night, taking on either Eastland or Westland, who will play tomorrow night in the finals of the winners bracket. The loser of that game will take on Pine Hill Friday night to go up against whoever wins tomorrow night in the first, hopefully the championship final on Saturday. So 10-1, the final score. Pine Hill stays alive. Lynn Shore finishes up. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.